Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Day 11 in the 12 days of Christmas. And then tomorrow's day 12. And then the Epiphany on day 13. So anyway, Merry Christmas to all of you. Today's feast day is Elizabeth Ann Seton, who is attributed with being the founders of the American parochial school system, the Catholic education system. She realized it was very important for people to know and understand their faith, which is very true. I think Catholic education is somewhat at a crossroads because our culture is so hostile to the faith that if, you really have to have two things. One, you want to have good schools, but the schools cannot substitute for a lack of living the faith at home. And I mean really living the faith, doing more than meal prayers and doing more than, maybe morning or nighttime prayers. There ought to be other things in your family life that indicate faith is real in terms of prayer and service and celebration and worship. One of the really difficult things I struggled with in previous assignments, and this was all the way from my first assignment at St. Martin's back in 93 to my last assignment at Epiphany, as I was at 4 parishes with schools. And one of the things that really perplexed me is how few of our families went to Mass, our school families. I'd say at best, a third of them went at a good assignment, which meant 2/3 never went. So here's the thing that I would always wrestle with. We teach these kids in school, starting in 2nd grade, that to miss Mass, unless you're sick or it's an emergency or you can't find Mass, is a mortal sin. And we teach them that mortal sin is serious, that you are turning your back on God, severing your relationship with Him. Okay? So they're taught that from 2nd grade. Every year after, I'm sure they do a reminder in the religion classes. You would think that as pastors, we would be alarmed about that. And yet what I have found is that if you do get alarmed about that, you don't always get support from people above you in the education office or perhaps even the hierarchy. And I'm not blaming any individuals. I am saying we're not willing to call people to task on the sincerity of their living, that you are not living your faith in a discernible way. And this is one of the discernible ways you live your faith. And so we're shocked at the current state of things. I'm not shocked at all. When Matthew Kelly came out with a statistic a year or two ago that by 5 years after confirmation, only 15% of young Catholics are practicing their faith, I'm not surprised at that. I'm surprised it's that high, to be honest. Because I can witness to you my faith. I can talk about my friendship with Jesus Christ, how I love Him, how I revere Him as Lord. But I can't do the relationship for you. You can do it by proxy. You individually, as a child, as a teen, as a young adult, as an adult, have to seek that relationship with Christ. And have a relationship with anybody is to spend time with them. So the two main ways we spend time with God is prayer and then study of what He's revealed to us or taught us through Scripture and the church. Those are the two main ways to get to know God and to cultivate His friendship. And prayer is essential. That's the main one. And schools are great when you got a great home environment. The schools can build upon it, help families articulate it, and it can be a real profound blessing. But it cannot substitute for it. Everybody has to seek their communal and personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I am saved personally in the community of the Catholic Church. That's how Christ saved me. I think all of us should articulate our faith that way. And let's be honest, even if you do everything right with trying to, practice your faith at home, there's still no guarantee that your children, once they're adults, are going to have any interest in it, because the cultural tide is immense and it's seductive with its just look out for yourself and seek maximum fulfillment for yourself, which is the opposite of faith. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year and blessed feast day. And pray for all those in education. Pray for all of our families. God bless.